It wasn't us, lads. Honestly, it wasn't us at all. It was Vic playing around with his buttons.
Help if I unmuted myself first. There we go. I think we're live. Are we live? Yes, we are.
I hope you muted you and not us as well.
Help if I unmuted myself. Yeah, we are. Right. So, yeah. Blame Streamlabs. It's fucked up. Episode, what one's this? 342 of the UK's #1 vape show to do with vaping broadcasted from the UK, etc., etc. Then we've got the full team here today as well. Who are we going to pick on first? We're picking the one who was missing last week, Mr. Adam from
Aiden.
What's No You from What's That Behind You.
So, do you know what? Right, in all seriousness, it's a perfect video for What's That Behind You, isn't it? The Illuminati of Vic.
It is.
I was also out. Do you know what? The complete
As long as
tangent.
he gets the right fucking eye, that's all I'm bothered about.
The complete tangent here is obviously originally, it was the thing that spawned my whole idea was the cult of Rip Trippers. But I seen someone who'd done a video very, very, very well about the downfall of Rip Trippers, right? So now I do have a new one because obviously we do the cult of Vic.
Cult of Vic.
I am currently spitting all over my keyboard for a start. Just sipping a little bit of juice because it's rather warm.
It is rather hot today, isn't it?
It is.
How's your elbows?
My elbow, poorly, right?
He's got a boo-boo.
I don't know if you can see it because I'm being flooded out.
That does look. Oh, it's right on the. It's right on the bit
don't
as
make
well.
him like that.
Don't.
Now you've given him sympathy. He's going to be whinging all show.
Now, what he's told us is that he's actually fell over when he was going up a hill, but I've heard that he hasn't actually. The back of his van isn't actually very. It's like sandpaper.
So basically, what had happened is yesterday we went for an impromptu little trip out in the van, and we went and slept out at a place called Blue John Caverns in the Peak District. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just on the outskirts of Castleton, that kind of area. And Hanky Panky, I need some man up pills to tell you, because what we did is randomly just walked up a mountain. If anyone's ever heard of it, it's called Mamtor, and it's huge.
No, it's not. No, there's fucking far bigger mountains in the fucking Highlands.
But don't forget, I'm here from Lowland.
Right, okay,
We're
I'll
here
give you
from
that. I'll
Lowlands,
give you that.
right? So,
And he's from the Highlands.
yeah, exactly. Don't, because I nearly said something then. But we went for an impromptu van night, and I did post the video in the UK Vape Show group. But we climbed Mamtor, and while we were on our way back, Jackie turned around to me and says, "Come on, we'll just go down the back end." Now it looked like a cleaner walk. It looked like a cleaner walk, so it looked a lot flatter. Now, Oliver Smith, you are 100% correct. It is at the side of the Devil's Arse. And there's a big poster that says the Devil's Arse.
It's getting a bit worse, isn't it? It's a man tour up
No, it's
the
a Devil's Arse.
Yeah.
I'm more worried that he's got a really sore elbow right next to the devil's ass.
It went right up the Devil's Arse.
Passage.
But we were coming down. We were coming down the hill, and as we were coming down the hill, thankfully I'd actually just finished filming the sheep. There's a sheep, and it was just looking down at me. And I
You didn't tell us you took Mo.
And you know when your feet just go from under you, they just went, and the elbow hit the ground. Vindictive Flame, the dogging scene is real.
Was it one of them stony
or gravelly
paths as
or
well?
gravelly, stony? It were one of them that if you're gonna fall, that's where you fall, right? Because when the foot just went like that, and best thing about it, it weren't on the shaly gravel. It weren't going like, it was on a piece of grass that was like stood up, tufted up, and I put my foot on it and just slid. Anyway.
You see now when I do that, you see when I walk, I've got a brass band behind me going.
Yeah.
But when I'm actually trying to get down a little hill, it's like. Because I have to go really slow.
The worst thing is, you know, when you turn around, you're like, I don't need walking boots on. I'm just going to walk up here in a pair of shoddy Adidas with no socks on because I'd not planned to climb a fucking mountain.
Idea. Yeah.
Right, but
I was coming down and I'm going, I don't need them walking boots. Look at these bad boys. These get me everywhere. on my arse. Straight on my arse. Right. Vaping wise, B60, some banana kiwi ice by Riot Bar Edition. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Battery's a bit low on that, but I don't want to charge it. Aspire Flexus, again, banana kiwi ice in there. Mouth to lungi. Mouth to lungi. And then finally, Pulse AIO 1.5. In there, I am testing a brand spanking new juice by a company called Aromaxi.
Never heard of them.
Now, Aromaxi launched over Expo weekend, but not at Expo.
That's why I've not heard of them then. They're new.
Didn't they go around with bags, though?
You what, sorry?
Didn't they go around with bags?
They might have been there. They might have been there. I'm currently on their pink lemonade. And
Dave, I think his name's Dave, I think.
It could be. Believe it or not, he used to work for Mirage, you know, the big
Oh, yeah, I know Mirage.
e-liquid company. He used to work for Mirage, and he used to work on their e-liquids. And I had a bit of a talk with him quite a while ago. He was on about doing some bar range flavors, and I turned around to him and says, "There's no point. Get off it. Get off it. Don't bother. Everyone's doing them, and we've got every single company coming out with bar juice, 5,000, 3,000, 6,000, 9,000.
Yeah.
Bar e-liquid, bar, and every single range. Try and do it your own way." So what he's done is they've released 5 new flavors with flavor company from America called Flavora.
Oh, I know them. Yeah, they make not bad flavors actually. But
Yeah,
the sweet side, they're not bad.
He's working quite heavily with Flavora. Currently, they're in short fill form, but I'm on their pink lemonade. Now, the best thing about this pink lemonade is it is a cloudy lemonade with a really, really nice berry mix instead of just one sort of raspberry, strawberry,
Kinda
grapefruit
generic
kind of
flavour,
area.
Yeah.
It's a berry mix. It's beauty.
You know, when people say about cloudy lemonades and stuff, I always think about like the Americans. You know, like they'd have somebody outside their house and they're trying to make it.
Oh, yeah, in the stall, homemade stuff. Yeah.
Now, if you sort of like transferred that back over to the UK, you know he's definitely pissed in it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's no way in this world that anybody you could trust
Definitely
just outside a council estate in fucking Rotherham.
The best thing about this liquid,
in it.
the best thing about this liquid as well is it runs a 65-35 VGPG, so it's a little tiny bit thinner. So actually, some of the smaller kits will run it.
What's it, 60-40?
It's actually 65-35.
Right.
But they've tested it on the X Slim Pro.
Yep.
And the Velocity. I've got it on a mouth to lung alien in here with the airflow.
Is it freebase?
It's short fill at minute. So
short fill, right?
Yeah, it's short fill at minute. They are going down the route of TRPR, but right at this moment in time, it's short fill only. But honestly, it's really, really good. I've got a mouth to lung alien in here with airflow wide open, running at like 20 watts, and it's cracking.
Very nice.
It's absolutely cracking. And that's me done. Thank you very much.
And that was Adam done. Moving on to Sean Grizz, who looks somewhere else right now.
He looks very cloudy, doesn't he?
He does look very cloudy.
When he's in my dreams.
It looks a bit smoky.
I think my fan's blocked. Not fucking sucking fuck all out. Yeah.
We've all been there.
Vic's just got a dirty mind. Dirty mind, Vic. Dirty. Right, I'm on the B100. As usual, in there I have got some Shy Tots Paradox. Very nice stuff, that. I am also on the Lost Vape Centaurus DNA 250C with the Druga 2 on top. Stabwood one.
Good drop
in
of the
there
Druga
I have
2.
got, yeah, it's class. In there I have got some of the Regency line, the King.
Bummer.
It's very nice. It's very nice, that. Yeah. Aiden, what were you vaping on last week, mate?
I was on the Queen.
All right, boys.
I'm the fucking Kelpie.
Honestly, I feel like a rebel.
He was on the Kelpie as well. How dare he can't say anything about me?
I told him. I found it on the floor.
Yeah, found it on the floor.
Right next to the bin. I'm also on a Put a Build in the Purge Parabellum.
Oh, that's gorgeous, that.
With the carnage on top. And in there...
Every time anybody says Parabellum, you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
That little gap in between.
I am also on some of that Serendipity Sweet Nirvana. Fucking love this stuff. It's fucking amazing. And that is me.
And that was Mr. Sean Grizz. On to Mr. Aiden of Little Bro Vape Reviews channel.
Mine's very, very simple because today I was going to get down and do some reviews and dirty.
It's because he doesn't want to get the. It's because he doesn't want to get the Kelpie out now.
But as you've seen before over the years, I think I've done it for the last 7 or 8 years. I do for the Eves Mertens Trust and the work around Doncaster area for people who are on end of life or somebody who's got cancer and they want to have a dream done. And I do so many dreams, you know, for the DJ sort of side of it. And I always do the music for the Legends game. So it's Liverpool against Doncaster this Saturday. So if there is anybody around the Donny area or this area, get yourself over to the Keepmoat Stadium. Loads of fun stuff happening outside. And you can also go to their website and donate as well. They do some absolutely fantastic stuff. So I've been sorting the music out for that. But I'm on the 2 bits that I'm actually testing, which are coming out for review, which is the Thelma Nano, which is an absolute lovely bit of kit. Really, really nice. And also the Galactic Pro from Freemax.
Oh,
again,
yeah.
Lovely pod kit system, absolutely fantastic. Now, I did put a review out last week or this week from the Crystal Clear Bar Juice. Now, they obviously do the crystal bars. That's crystal bars, by the way.
I'm going to say, I got it with the sign
crystal
language.
Bars. Now, this juice, it's very, very hard to get. You know, when you've got that sort of disposable flavour, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? The disposable flavour. I think that's what keeps people going on there. This juice is like the actual crystal bar, and it's the first time I've had Elf juice.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste anything like it. This stuff's
sweet.
really good. So if you are looking for something, it's a little bit sweet, but not overly sweet, go and check these out. This is going to be my new flavour. Obviously, I normally have the pucker juice, but I'm going to be going on to the blueberry one.
I do want to say, for anyone out there who's using the Elf Lick, right, controversial is controversial. Elf Lick is not actually made by Elf Bar. Elf Bar's e-liquid's actually made by Hangson.
Yep.
Right. And Hangson are not going to release their proprietary e-liquid that they've made for Elf Bars because they want to still be known as that budget range.
Yeah.
They still want to be known as that 18 milligram golden VGA or tobacco rainbow kind of brand.
Yep.
So what Elf Bar did is they worked with another brand who took their liquid and reverse engineered it to get it near. Get it near.
It's not even fucking close.
But it's not even close on some of the flavours now.
Absolutely, man. Can you just say that again? That what do they call them? What's the F-lick?
Elf Lick.
Yeah, do you know what? It just sounds like I'm on hello. You know what I mean? It is I, Eclair, Chocolate Eclair. F-lick. It's a foreign one with the big balloons.
Cheers, Liam.
Baloobies.
Balloons.
Baloobies.
I guess it's my turn.
Victor Mullings.
I guess it's my turn then. So, usual mouth to lung setup. The Albrecht 2 mouth to lung RTA. Got it filled with, not that, because that's up for review next week. What the fuck have I got it for? Oh, that's right, I've got it filled with this stuff. No, I don't, because that bottle's not there. I've got it filled with a tobacco that I can't fucking remember because I'm old.
He just picked up an imaginary bottle. That bottle's not there.
There's another one for review next week as well. Drake's cherry tobacco, which is going to be rather interesting. It's filled with a tobacco from somewhere I can't fucking remember now because I've got that fucking many of them. Mike Vapes, Eclipse Dual, SX Mini G-Class 2, Peach Custard in there. Of course, it's always the Peach Custard in there. I've got the usual Mike Vapes. This isn't a Mike Vape shill, I just like Mike Vapes tanks right now. Mike Vapes Blaze Solo, filled with not the Black Vine, but what will soon be sold as the Princess.
Ooh.
It's the next new flavour. I'm still tweaking it. It's got nothing to do with it.
That peach Melba with that raspberry that you've been trying to get?
No, fuck raspberry.
Raspberry
we'll
can
have to
fuck
wait till
off.
October in to get some.
Until next Christmas. You have to go and sort it out for me. That one when we were at Mama Vapes' party, was absolutely, and you said it was not nice. It was really nice. It was like a peach mulberry sort of flavour, but with a raspberry kick on it.
I wasn't happy with it. Raspberry and me don't get on, but yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'd have bought that. That were absolutely brilliant.
This has got the prince. This is the princess. It's a tropical base mix. That's all I'm saying about that. I've also got the Dovepo Ethos, and I've come across a very, very big problem with this.
It looks like a brick.
Apart from that,
it doesn't fire.
But no, fire's fine.
Well, it's not that big of a fucking problem then, is it?
No, it is. It is actually a big problem. And this is why I'm thinking of doing. This is why I announced that I'm going to
Fires on its own.
I'm going to be doing a re-review, like 2 months after I put the original review out. Right.
I'm going to go for a dribble down the front.
How did you guess?
For a pee, please, Bob.
How the fuck did you guess, Aidan?
Because I told you the other week when he showed it when we were on the show last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I said to you, the only problem with it, where it actually is and where the screen is, it's going to dribble out down the front and go down the front of it.
So the problem is, if you're like me and you wick your tank when you're half fucking asleep and your tank goes... See this? The juice goes in there, and the only way you can get this fucking front plate off is to fucking unscrew it. So if it was like... The tank leaked and I went, fucking give it a wipe off. It's fine. Look, it all looks dry. So the thing about VG is, if you're vaping away in your mod, like I do, and you chain vape, the whole mod starts to get hot. And as VG gets hot, it loosens up, and the fucking whole bottom of this thing was drooling juice, and I'm like, I'm going to have to take that front panel off. And I did. So that's annoying the fuck out of me, this fucking front panel down here. Not that
But I said that when you showed it. I said to you, what's going to happen is it's going to go down that way because on them borrowed tanks, you do get it, don't you?
Yep, you do get it.
I get, so on the Pulse AIO, I get it. It runs down the back and sort of pulls on the back panel.
And last but by no means least, I'm on the Tita X with the Tita X RBA. I don't like that. That's not a good idea.
No, I don't like it.
21700 in here, there's no protection, fucking mark and score up. So I've got an 18650 with the 18650 adapter with the Tita X Borrow Tank RBA. And apart from this, I'm thoroughly enjoying this little fella.
They look nice.
Can you change the actual battery door on that though? Because obviously, is it a C-frame?
There's no door. It's open.
It just sits in?
It just sits in. It's fully open. So if I do this, right...
I don't like that at all.
If I take this back part off, because right now, for fuck's sake, I fucking hate these battery doors. I'm turning into a fucking angry old man recently. Have you noticed that, right? Oh, fucking
You got to think you're the man with the nails to be able to do it. We're not.
Right. So there's 18650, right?
Laugh I've ever seen.
But here's the problem I don't like. 21700. There's no movement. And that battery is open to everything. You put this in your pocket, which a lot of people do with their mods, and that gets marked with a key, you're in serious problems.
Gosh, yeah.
So I don't like that. The mod itself's fucking phenomenal. If you're going to get one of these and get an open back one, use an 18650 with the adapter. Sorted. There we go.
Is that one coming up for review as well? Have you
it's already been reviewed.
For that?
It's already. No, in fact, hold on. It's not. It's up on Saturday. And I basically ripped it apart for this. Fucking stupid idea.
I think you've got about 30 reviews coming out this week, haven't you?
It's been 2 reviews a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 2 reviews just went up today, and it's going to be the same next week and probably the week after that. I'm playing catch up. That's all I'm doing. And that's it for me, folks. And I can't get the fucking battery door back on.
And I'm not just saying this to blow sunshine up your arsehole, but I do like your new thumbnails.
Oh, the thumbnails with the big face?
Yeah.
Well, they're actually going back to what you used to do, really.
I used to do it, and then all of a sudden everybody complained about my big face on the thumbnail, and I stopped doing it.
I like them.
He's giving Jenny more and more shit to use.
I know.
No, the thing is, right, you've got to think that YouTube's a game, right? YouTube's an absolute game.
They want thumbnails with faces. That's what they want.
Yeah, people do. And the thing is, when you've got someone's face, whether that be the most put on face or anything, when you've got someone's face it brings it in a little bit, especially using the colours, and YouTube's a game.
Well, it's the same as when we put that behind the scenes of the expo, mine and Grizz's face. People clicked on it more. I think thumbnails are very, and I've only started realising after all these years. I think thumbnails are very underrated. I think
they are.
If everybody's
starting, how you doing, guys?
Congratulations, it's his 50th show tomorrow.
What's his 50th?
I think it's his 50th show tomorrow. It might be
Nice
actually
one.
more, I'm not quite sure. I think it's 50th. So congratulations on that, buddy.
My wonderful wife.
This is my wife.
Hi, Jackie.
Yes, it's my sister.
We'll leave that one right there.
So I'm going to make a little announcement, just a very quick announcement. I was hoping to have this done for this show, but I need to like dot some I's and cross some T's and fuck around with like signatures and NDA. Well, that's not NDAs, but you know, it's like contracts thing. There is going to be 2 new sponsors for the UK Vape Show, hopefully starting not the first week of next, because we're on the last Thursday of May now, so it's June next month, hopefully starting on the 2nd week of June. And the 2 new sponsors, fingers crossed, touch wood that everything happens, is going to be Oxford, better known as OXVA, I like calling them Oxford just to annoy them, and SX Mini.
Yeah.
There we go. So I thought I'd make that little announcement to get it in there.
Well, I better get that fucking review out now. Wow. Putting the pressure on now, Vic. I don't know. Louise, give me a shout this afternoon. Obviously, before I woke up. She's giving me a shout. I was working yesterday, which was an absolute nightmare. This morning's been at it again, haven't they? So they've had some doctor on there. I've not actually. I've tried to search for the clip. It hasn't come up on ITV, whatever that X thing that doesn't work properly. Bashing again about vaping.
Yeah, I think one of the things they were saying is teen vaping is up 50%, but they never showed any statistics. They never showed any statistics. They never cited the resource why they said teen vaping is up 50%. They just said, oh, kids vaping 50%. What the fuck?
So 50% of what?
Exactly.
The thing is, right, and this is, if we break it down to brass tacks, like, I don't claim to know the statistics about it, but honestly, in this world, the ability for a kid to get hold of an e-cigarette is easier than them going in to go and get 20 fags.
Oh yeah.
So
far easier.
They've costed 20 fags out of it, plain and simple, right? If a grown man can't afford to smoke, then a kid can't either. But I don't want to bash disposables too much. We do that on a weekly basis. But when a youngster can club together with his mates and take in £6 into a shop, £5 into a shop between them, it's going to be up. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. No matter how many times we spout it off that it's safer than smoking, it's safer than the habits that we've had before.
Oh yeah.
Kids are always going to do it, unfortunately. But that, if you've got true statistics for it, that should in turn mean that it's 50% less likely that a kid's going to pick up a cigarette,
which is
so apparently they had this doctor on here, and then they had another woman on here who obviously is against teen vaping and stuff like that. Now, why haven't they got somebody such as one of us, one of the sat the show, people who know about vaping,
or even John Dunn from UKVS, he would do the trick.
John Dawn, or thingy Dawn, anybody who's got some nous about vaping, because first of all, where's this doctor come from?
Yeah.
So, and who has maybe greased his palms? Because it's been done in the past. You've only got to go and look at the Who.
Exactly.
I don't mean the band itself. I mean
Roger Daltrey is a bastard for it.
He is, yeah. Keith Moon off his tits, son. But you know what I mean? Who's greased his palms to sit there and go, hold on a minute, we'll jump on it because Australia's doing it, America's been doing it. But like we've all seen, follow the money. Now, why don't they do tests on people such as Vic, myself, you? I've been vaping since 2006. My brother, other people in chat, why don't they do proper tests on me? They was talking about popcorn lung.
I know, and it's like that old fucking chestnut that's been disproved time and fucking time again.
There's no diacetyl in it.
There's none.
Not allowed it. Done. And if you're going to bring up other things from America, whatever else, that's because it isn't regulated.
Yep.
And it's a very, very simple path to lead, is take it out of your bargain boozers, your little corner shops, and put it into the vape shops.
Yeah. Put it
will
into the
then
vape shops.
eventually phase people out of disposables.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, you think it had a turn like that not long ago. Well, I say not long ago, quite a few years ago, when the tobacconists became a bigger place for you to go and buy your tobaccos. Because a lot of people used to go and buy Drum or Old Auburn or something like that. I can't even remember half the names. But they used to go and buy a pouch from the shop. But if someone was a smoker, they would go into a tobacconist.
I remember there was
sweetie jars about that big. You could actually
and
go
the thing is,
a bit
if
of
you were a
orange this
youngster,
and a bit of cherry that.
It was full. It was full
but
of
if you were a
tobacco.
youngster who walked in there, you got shot straight out.
You did. You get kicked out straight away. Even if you were with your parents were walking in, they wouldn't let the kids in. Nope.
No. Well, now you've got there's a couple of Turkish shops around our area. They're selling under the counter cigarettes.
Oh, you want to know the best thing about it, right? I like my bacon and egg rolls in the morning, and if I'm too fucking lazy, I order it off of Just Eat. The local fucking cafe, like a mom and pop shop cafe round the corner from me, it's a little cafe, they do bacon and egg rolls, that kind of thing. They've started selling Lost Marys on their Just Eat listing. And I'm like, fucking seriously?
Gaz Flatcap actually put something like this up on Facebook, so I got to give him credit for it. I think it was a recommendation towards a wine. Quote me if I'm wrong, Gaz, but I'm sure I've seen it on Facebook. That I think it was Prosecco, it could have been, or something along those lines. And the recommended pairing for it were a Lost Mary.
Oh my fucking God.
It kind of, I'm glad that you've moved on to that, because it tangents very, very, very closely to something that I was thinking. I've been thinking about this a little bit, right?
What have you been thinking about, Adam?
We're all in trouble now.
We're not.
You can hear it.
Before we go on to the fun stuff, right?
We're going to start 9 to 5.
No, before we go on to the fun stuff, right?
Rolling.
Each one of you have got a brand new potential vapor in front of you, right? Brand new potential vapor in front of you. You have to recommend one kit to them. What would it be?
I would have to go. Do you know? I wouldn't actually go for the Oxford Excellent because I don't like the filling port on it.
Yeah,
I think it's you're having to fight to try and get your juice in. Something along the way of the Galactic or something like the Vapor Esso, because I think this is one of the greatest filling mechanisms.
Yeah, the snap
it works
tops.
so well. I'd probably go along that way.
I'd go for a Lux.
I would go. See, I'm thinking of availability of coils, and practically all of VPZ is stocking UWell. Most of the independent vape shops are stocking UWell. I would go with one of the mid-generation Caliburn's. That's what I would do.
Well, Caliburn's a great shout. Not only that, not a lot of people know it, but the Joytech EN coil that fits the EVIOC also fits the Caliburn. So, grabbing them.
Who's stocking Joytech now, though?
That's
exactly. But if you go to some shops, they've still got like the newer stuff. But I honestly, the Flexus is where I definitely point people, because it's a very easy coil, very easy to go by, pushing coil in. It has got that side fill port, but the rubber bung on it. The rubber bung on it is pretty solid.
Again, when there's plenty of reviews out on this. I think Flat Cap's done it. I think Vic's already done it. But when you're looking at this,
them snap top caps are brilliant.
You can't probably see that on there, but what it basically is you've got that little flap.
Yeah.
But then because the coil is so close, you're having to fight your juice around.
Yeah.
Just clipping that top off. Why are they not all using them?
Yeah. The only downside with the snap tops is obviously if you have a problem with the snap top and you snap it, like actually snap it, that's when you've buggered it.
Oh, that's happened to me a few times. It just the whole fucking thing just snaps off. That's fucking annoying as well. Annoying as fuck.
But I just wondered. We've got varying tastes in vape, and I just thought if we had a new vapor in front of us, what would we offer?
Yeah, again, we're not going to go back over it, but when you've got something along the lines of this, going on holiday, something you just want to be able to use, then we should be able to use it with adults.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not our fault that it's not being regulated properly.
Yeah.
It's their fault. So you can get Richie Sunak on
Mr.
there going, look,
Hayes,
yes,
how
we're
you
going to
doing,
cut
Jay?
all this down. But until you get that done properly, it's the same as vodkas that taste like Parma Violets. Same as WKD and all this sort of stuff.
You think of how crazy Alka-Pops went a few years
Oh
ago.
my God, the Alka-Pop
Literally,
craze. Fuck.
everyone had an Alka-Pop. And I think that's where it sort of lies at the minute. Everyone's got their own disposable. Very similar to...
But the trouble is, as well, is parents... I know a number of... Holly's friends and Daniel, they're roughly the same age together. That's 14, 15. And then you've got Fern's friends who were 12. Parents are buying them.
Olivia's turned around to me and went, one of her friends in her friendship group said about vaping and that she vapes. And Olivia kicked her out of the friendship group chat and said, look, if you want to vape, I don't care. But it's not something that I want to do. So, and I don't want to be associated with people who do it. And I was like, wow, I have raised something that knows almost something.
Almost something.
Almost
I
something.
raised something that
I'm
knows
hoping she's
almost
watching.
something.
She shouldn't be, but
Just hope she can work it out to fucking start a van.
yes. I couldn't even. The thing is, I couldn't even bubble start it because it were on a grass verge.
Or at least how to get out of one properly.
Yeah, that's a definite one.
Jay, nice to see you, Jay.
Oh,
So-
Jay, by the way, Jay, I watched your review of the Taita X and someone mentioned the other version of the Taita X. Could you go and watch Jay's review of the Taita X? He basically tore it apart. Could you imagine, Jay, if you got your hands on this version of the Taita X that has the battery completely exposed on the back? Yeah. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Nope. Definitely not. It's a fucking good mod, though.
You liking that after you've just ripped it to bits, aren't you?
Do you know what? That's the problem with some.
I've got to
pieces
be
of
honest,
kit.
that does seem something really dangerous, doesn't it? Like, I've got to be honest.
It's something. What the fuck were they thinking?
Every now and again, something comes out, doesn't it? And it's as if they've gone back on themselves. Do you know what I mean?
And here's the original. I remember reviewing the original Taita, the first version. Now, okay, there was a couple of niggling issues with it, but it was a solid bit of kit. They're selling this thing for £110, which is a little bit on the expensive side for a mainstream borrow tank device with a gaping hole at the back where you put the battery. What the fuck? Buy a
The
Pulse.
thing is, it's one of them that for that kind of money, they're expecting you to treat it like a display item.
Yeah.
When really,
Yeah.
pay that kind of money, you're going to use it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a
That Jay says he'd have smashed it with a sledgehammer.
whole fucking bunch of mods up there that I don't use because I'm too fucking scared to touch them now in case I drop the fuckers. It's like, just set them there. Don't touch them, Vic. You'll just drop them and ruin them.
But yeah, no, again, just going back to that, how much have they been paid? How much has that doctor paid to go on there and do what he's done?
Oh, he's bound to be taking some kind of money from some organisation.
You can tell straight away, right, that it's not legit shit. They're just trying to bang vaping if they come up with popcorn lung. As soon as they come out with popcorn lung, because they're trying to grasp on that thing that's been heavily publicised in Facebook groups and all that kind of thing, where they're trying to bash vaping, and there's so many people out there that believe in popcorn lung. And they won't go near a vape because of it, and that's why they're grasping at that.
Again, why aren't the tests been done on people such as yourselves and people here who are in chat who have been vaping for a lot of years? Why are they not testing me?
Almost fucking, well, more than 9 years here. I could go up for a test, fucking lung test and all the rest of it. I'm up for that.
The problem that we've got, right, and this is where you've got to kind of boil it down to. So, PMI. Getting into vaping, right? Big Pharma, UK Big Pharma, anyway, is on the side of vaping somewhere along the lines because they want to get into the NHS and everything else.
They want a cut of the pie, basically. That's what they want.
Exactly. NHS is on our side. Royal College of Physicians on our side. We've got a lot of things for us. Should I tell you where the problems lie? Politics. Everywhere else is seen as doing something against vaping, whether that be America, Australia, or Mexico, or anywhere else. Everywhere's being seen as doing something. Rishi Sunak came out in an interview not long ago and talked about tackling underage vaping. He didn't mention anything else. He talked about the underage vaping pandemic that we're going through, right? This is very similar to the underage smoking pandemic that we've been through every year
for years,
but forever. It's the reason why
they show you the statistics that they want you to see. That's
exactly
how
that.
it always works. I'd love to see the statistics of how many people have been diagnosed with popcorn lung in the last year who vape.
To quote the great Dave Dawn, right? Dave Dawn doesn't speak about vaping very often. He's got his own van channel and things like that, but he doesn't speak about vaping very often. Now, not too long ago, Dave Dawn put a post out on Facebook where he went, "I don't talk about this very often, but," and I quote in small layman's terms because I can't speak as eloquently as Dave. That's tonight's word, by the way, eloquent. Dave Dawn put it in a way that since records began, not one person has died from a vape-related illness. Not one person has died from popcorn lung given via vaping, and he has literally lined it out in a way that we all know, right? If someone's got injured, it's pilot error.
Yeah, right? And if somebody's allergic to PG or VG, then again, that's because allergic. You could have that against nuts, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It could be against anything. But there's nobody actually died.
Not one person.
From having proper e-liquid, the proper device, and battery management, all the things that come along with it. Nobody's died of.
I mean, Mo put a comment in before. He said, "Did you see my comment about my
that's true diet
test?"
thing?
He's put when I was in hospital the day before Expo because he went well just before he drove down Expo. They did an oxygen test on my lungs and they were working perfectly healthy and pulling 100% of the oxygen they need. I've been vaping for over 13 years.
Yeah.
Do
you know what I mean? Like.
And everybody thought to be sheep hair.
Yeah.
Coughing up balls with it.
Yeah, it's one of them things we're always going to get that kind of thing. Exactly. It's like them turning around and saying, vaping is up in teens, 50%. No shit, Sherlock. You've got fucking disposables getting made that look like tins of pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As
like,
vape.
You've got disposables that are getting made that look like fucking all sorts. Do you know what I mean?
That needs to stop.
Yeah, we will win that one. Don't forget, we had e-liquid bottles that were looking like Nos canisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, those vanished very quick.
So a company that has been doing it, which is you can't really say it because my lighting is not great, but it's Pop. They were a big one there. They've made it so it's all black. Only thing you know that's on the top is the drip tip for the actual flavour. All the packaging has been made so it's all dulled down.
Yeah, it's very dumbed down packaging. Yeah,
and that's what they've done.
And the flavours are fucking phenomenal as well.
Well, that's the one we all liked.
Yeah, really good flavours on those.
Speaking about all around the world and all around news, Sean.
Yeah, so.
You put sharing on.
As now.
Look at that, man. Fucking hell.
We're
How
fucking professional, we are.
For, Vic, mate? Yeah, so obviously Vic has been, over the past, I think it's a year now, been going around looking for jobs. Now, unfortunately, the job scene has dried up a little bit. So now he is going around and looking at different, like, weird customs and shit like that, and getting involved in them. And this year, this week, he's been in India. They have a very strange, I'll tell you what, I'll show you the picture first. Very strange custom. Let's have a look.
I'm almost scared.
So, what they do in India, right, is they smash pumpkins, not pumpkins, coconuts. They smash coconuts.
Smashing pumpkins.
That's why I said pumpkins.
To be honest, it looks more like a fucking blind melon.
He's 100% ready for that coconut, and look at him, he's got his eyes closed and everything. Another epic photo taken by Jenny.
You know what? The guy in the white shirt stood across from him, looking at him as if to say, if you weren't Vic, that's an Illuminati member, that. Because he's going, if you weren't him, something's happening.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? The reason they do this, right, is the kind of it's a offer up to the gods to request health and happiness. I'm not being funny, but smashing a coconut over someone's head
is going to
cause some severe shit. They've
he looks way happy.
I mean, they've not long ago banned chair shots in the WWE for concussion. Do you know what I mean? Fuck my
To be honest
life.
with you, the way he looks is like when I go to a Turkish barber's, you know, and he's rubbing his cock on the side of your arm. I don't like I don't like it. You know when he starts doing that thing with his scissors and his willies rubbing against your elbow.
I don't like it when they lean over and go on your shoulder.
He was Gail. Gail said he looks like he's Gaily Bob said he looks like he's taking a dump, and he actually was. He wasn't expecting this to happen. He was actually taking a shit at the time, and they came over and said, "Right, it's your turn, Vic," and he was like, "Okay, no problem."
Yeah. What you don't really know about it is actually sat on a Portaloo.
So yeah, Vic has been in India, and I'm going to do a few of them for a bit. But yeah, epic photo taking skills from Jenny again.
Jenny puts, you think it's bad smashing a coconut over his head?
I'm not. She went and took the photo.
She
went over there and took the photo. Hello, photo. Hello, photo.
Hello, Motto.
Oh, get me your razor out.
Double-ended, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
What you were sat on?
As you were.
As you were.
That was fucking awkward.
Now bend and stretch and bend and stretch.
I love it. Do you know what? Jenny gets the best pictures, and again we have. I'm not going to break kayfabe, but
oh god, I've just got an image in my head. I'm not going to fucking say anything because Jenny will end up fucking doing it. I'm not saying a fucking thing. Nope.
It's not a coconut next time.
I just had an image in my head of me in Germany during Oktoberfest. No.
Mate, this one's tame this week. It was just like a little tryout. There's loads of shit going on in the world, mate. Loads of shit going on in the world.
You know what? Some of these customs, you know, like whacking people over the head with a coconut. And then I saw one the other week as well where they've got like loads of like sort of like sticks and leaves and they're whacking them with them.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that on YouTube. Yeah.
Jesus, what's happening here? Can you imagine turning up for a party?
There's one of them,
I'm
mate.
up for this shit.
There's one of them, I can't remember which country it's in, but they run around with machetes and go at each other.
I was watching a semi-documentary on medical cannibalism.
Semi-porn.
It was a little bit. I think it might have been a snuff film. I might have gone down wrong end.
Yeah.
But it was a guy called Joe Scott. If you ever get a chance to watch it, watch him. And he was talking about medical cannibalism and how it's a ritual in some places for them to...
Medical?
Medicinal cannibalism.
Big farmers getting everywhere now, aren't they?
Well, medicinal cannibalism is quite a clever wording of the video because he basically works down the route
Excuse me, doctor. I've got an infection in my ankle. It's all right, mate. I'll just bite the cunt off.
Fry it up and let's have a go.
It isn't. It's what you need you need a phallus in your mouth. That's what you need.
Yeah, just don't.
Have you got any leeches for this?
Oh.
Sprained ankle, uppercocking. That's what you need.
But a lot of the tribes eat their dead. And I was like, this is really weird. Like, sorry, complete tangent, but it's a brilliant. Joe Scott, his name is medical cannibalism. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So they eat the dead.
Yeah. So
That saves digging an hole, doesn't it? Really.
Well, that's one of the reasons why, because they believe in zombieism and stuff like that. Get rid of the body.
I believe in that.
But
I ain't gonna eat me dead gran. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Not happening.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm not even touching a bubble hat. Oh, mate, that must be a terrible dinner, that.
Oh.
I've had some fucking terrible meals from Louise, but that'd be terrible, isn't it?
I just remember that first Christmas.
Can you imagine that? All sat around with party hats.
I'll have a wing.
The best thing about it as well, though, we was all sat round for Christmas one day, right? And we all went, who wants a leg? And 5 people put the fucking hands up. Where do you think I got the chicken from? Chernobyl. 2 legs, what's happening? It's all right, my friend's got an arm.
William Dobson, could you
Bingo
ask?
wings everywhere.
Could you ask so kindly? Could you ask so kindly?
Oh God.
I will empty my sack.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. He's emptying his
Sack
sack.
time.
You need to do the action when you start this.
I think I'm going to bring that back.
Vic's already brought that back.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's that conversation before the show fucking finished. Isn't it?
Well, we didn't. No, nothing's been mentioned. Martin Saunders writes in.
No, he's putting
He's going to put his glasses on
Oh,
now. He's putting his glasses on.
He's
Yeah,
doing
there we
bits,
go.
he's got-
Yes, man.
I don't know why I put them on. Did they work actually?
I can't even see.
I can't. They're fucking as dark as.
You look like John Belushi if he'd actually lived another 6 years.
Hey.
All white, pale.
I'm being flushed out by the light. I've got a poorly elbow though.
Blinded by the line.
Lit up like a douche.
That's another word I love.
Douche.
Douche.
Bonded douche.
Well,
Bonded
apart-
douche.
obviously that's another big thing in America as well, isn't it? Like they insert that other fourth and douche it all out.
Yeah.
Why did he just do that in America?
No, I can't just do an handstand in the shower. It's a lot fucking cheaper.
It's not just that, right? It's bidets as well, isn't it? It's bidets. Wait, why don't we have bidets here?
Oh, what a Monday, Monday.
But why don't we have them over here? You go on holiday, you wash your arsehole, you go, mate, that's pretty nice, that's pretty nice. You come home, you go,
squeaky noise.
yeah, you come home, you go, why don't we have a bidet?
The first time I did that, I thought it were a water fountain. Took me out.
You weren't drinking out of that, were you? Did you have your mouth wrapped right round it?
The thing about it as well, I look round at dogs going.
We said out at toilet.
And then straight afterwards, straight after you, as you step back, the dog goes over and cocks his ass on.
You're never going to get that stain out your
Look,
teeth.
Dad, I tried to tell you, this is what it's used for.
To be honest with you, what's the point of a fucking B-day, really?
Exactly. Well, you've always got a flannel.
To be honest, well, no, I'll just wipe it like everybody else. And the thing
Some
about it,
people
I
like
could have
an
it in my house. I ain't got the
extremely
water
clean
pressure.
arsehole.
Do you know what? There's something good about a moist towelette every now and again.
Especially when you've been to an Indian.
Yeah, moist towelette. Or
you
is
know,
that
have
like
you
Like,
never
you know when they
noticed
come
though,
around
do
with
you know
them
if you
warm
use
towely things.
Yeah.
But you know, if you use like a wet wipe to wipe after you've finished, like all of a
Don't
sudden
bullshit.
you try to walk down that landing and your fucking legs are going fucking twice as fast.
Yeah, and all you can hear is,
Fucking lubed up.
Oh, see, that's the most greatest feeling, isn't it? You know when you've got a really sore arsehole, right? and you go back to when you're a kid and you go and get the Sudafed.
oh, yes.
Oh, mate, you feel like you could fucking moonwalk like Michael Jackson, couldn't you? Woo, this is great.
Yeah.
Slip sliding away. Good stuff.
Oh, there's no worse. Do you know what? We were talking about this a little bit earlier on about grazers and stuff like that. Chafing arse is not one that you get very
it's
often,
not
is it?
nice.
No, it's
Especially
not.
when it goes to the outer cheek.
Yeah.
You know, like the inner cheek, you can cope with that, but the outer cheek.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Facebook memories are a fun thing, right?
I
Facebook
never
memories.
posted my arsehole on there.
No, right. A few years ago, I had an abscess. Like I've been
Oh, this is
watching
going
my
great.
journey. I had an abscess on. I was calling it my lower back, right? Because I was trying to be like really nice, but it weren't. It was on the crack of my arse. It was absolutely in the crack of my arse. This abscess, and I'm so glad that it went because it was agony, like absolute agony, and that caused a lot of chafing.
Just think, if you keep doing that van stuff, you might come around with that doctor in one.
Yeah, exactly. I love a bit of van.
Can you look at my arse crack?
Yeah, just pull up. Have you got some jump cables and can you just have a look at this?
Legs over your shoulders. Legs over your shoulders.
Other Sean, a luxurious wipe. That's
I
it.
love Alan Vicarage, just drag your arse across the grass.
Have you noticed the price of toilet roll now though as well?
Oh no, you gotta go for the deals.
Fuck my life. I used to like quilted, do you know, so it's nice and soft.
Oh yeah, no, I can deal with a lot of things.
With the nice flowery scent.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me, can you afford that? You need a bank loan.
Yeah.
You've got to get that tracing paper shit that you used to get at school now.
That doesn't even take shit off your ass, does it? That.
Do you know what?
The thing you did was wipe it up your back.
You used to have to flush the bog about 5 times just to get it to disappear. That's why the school toilets were always blocked, because people couldn't be asked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, nightmare.
I'm all for, right, I will save money wherever money is able to be saved throughout the house. I will have butter that is not butter but better. I will have
I thought we were still on about wiping asses there. I was thinking,
I'm getting back there. Son? I'm getting back
what
there.
What you doing with his butter, son?
One thing that you should never one thing that you should never trim out of, right, is toilet paper, right? Look after your arse. I feel like Bear Grylls, right? You know when he says look after your feet? Look after your arsehole. Because do you know what? We out one, you're fucked. So look after it. You only get one.
There's quite a number of them that can fucking... No, I can't say that. See, that's what you're thinking about, is trench sphincter.
Trench sphincter.
But
I can't believe I actually said that.
You did well, mate.
I did, yeah.
But look after it, you only get one.
Well, I've got 2 feet, though.
Yeah. But can you imagine if you're bunged up because you had to have it stitched up and took off? Like your belly button.
He's getting into the human centipede now, so we're going to get too far.
Let's open this fucking bag.
Feed her.
What's even worse is I'm just thinking about someone with a bumhole the same design as a belly button. Just pull back out.
You know what I thought you were going to say? The same design as a 5'10".
Did you notice the way he ran his finger around that as well? Did you notice that? I did. I'm starting to get excited there.
Oh, it's like going back up in that mountain, isn't it, son?
Adam, are you trying to seduce me, son?
Did you enjoy it?
I'll be seeing you.
What's that behind you?
Anyway, let's get back on with the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, Vic.
I don't know whether we should go on to emptying the sack straight after that.
No. Too late.
Well, no, you've got to give it a couple of minutes, haven't you?
Yeah. Let's have a pancake and a smoke.
Keeper.
A smoke and a pancake.
The shit.
You know, I will be back in a sec. Go on with the questions,
please.
I'll catch up, right?
All right.
It's got all turned on again.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just having 5
You're
minutes
off
with my
outside for a
camera off.
wanking. You're great.
No, I'm just having 5 minutes with my camera off. I've got to have something to look at.
Don't spit, Vic.
Like when I was taking a fucking drink. Fucker.
So, Martin Saunders writes in, Vaping Enigma. Lost in a mini weather system of my own making. Age, can't remember. Watching the UK's #1 vape show with the godfather of vaping and the Vicinity. Slight dig at another YouTuber, lol. I'm just reading. So, casters, my question. A big Hollywood producer has taken notice, and after watching the UKVS, wants you to appear in a movie remake. What movie are you remaking? Who are you being, and why? For example, mine would be... My fucking TV's going to turn itself off. Not now.
Not now. I've got the remote.
You bastard. For example, mine would be Back to the Future, and I would play Emmett Brown, as I am a real-life mad scientist and a bit eccentric.
That's a good question. What movie would you remake? I need to think about this one.
Forrest Gump.
There's the thing you thought was ready.
That's not fucking.
No, it's not. No, his fucking eggs are done.
That's it. It's a little TikToker there. There we go. It dings when it's at the top of the hour. Okay, I've got it. I would remake
The Hoarder.
I would remake the Orson Welles classic Citizen Kane with me as the title lead. Citizen Kane.
It's the Kane.
Because that was a fucking phenomenal film. Phenomenal movie.
I would do Forrest Gump. And I would be Lieutenant Dan. Just because, right? I just love it when Forrest keeps on turning around to him and going, "You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan." And I would be just sat there on my knees with my shoes, just on end of my knees, pretending.
My granddad used to do that.
Yeah.
He actually had legs, but they used to put his slippers underneath.
Yeah. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Waving like that.
Yeah.
Film.
I would remake Hook.
Oh.
The one with Robin Williams in, but I wouldn't be Robin Williams. I'd be the little fat lost boy. You know, the one that lifts his legs up over his shoulders and fucking rolls down the fucking the gangplank. I would 100%. That's who I would be. Wait, to be fair, it's the only part that's available for me, I think.
I don't know what I'd do. Probably Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, good movie.
And I'd play Robin.
You know for a fact he's going to do it now.
Yeah.
You know for
Good Morning Vietnam. It's all 16 hours what they all stand for. Oh my God, it's early. Well, we're going to rock 'em to the DMC. That sounds like an Elvis Presley movie. Denang me, get a Robin hang me. Is it too early? No, too late. Sorry.
Knew for a fucking fact.
That was stuck in him. You know, if he'd have not got that out, we'd have been 6 questions deep and it'd have gone.
It was
Come out.
It was knocking on the bottom of his throat, wasn't it, saying, "Hello, remember me?"
Don't say that, Aiden, either.
Thank you very much, Martin Saunders, for your question. Alan Vickery writes in.
Not even, baby.
Hi,
Yeah,
Alan.
baby.
If Vic was wearing traditional Scottish clothing, including a kilt with nothing underneath, as was traditionally worn, if he ran across a field based on his height, would the grass tickle his balls? This would mean he could never go into battle, as he would be running at the enemy, giggling the whole time.
I mean, to be fair, it depends on if he was running on his feet or his hands.
Well, you've got to think, what's it called? The sporran and...
Well, if he were running on his hands,
I'm doing that down there, right? I'm doing that down here, trying to work out what it's called.
He's looking down. Hello, penis. Tell me the answer.
Hello. Hello.
Can you imagine the grass cuts on your bollocks?
Oh, Jesus. No. Oh.
Especially when his arsehole's trying to get that. You know where you get that little piece of grass and you're trying to go... To be honest with you, you would never put Vic into battle for anything unless it's to do with Lego. Yes. You would you? He'd be at the back doing like the running around stuff. You'd be sending him from trench to trench.
Yeah.
Dire Thing says, invalid question. There is no run, only shuffle. No, I've just got visions of you on a scooter, legs akimbo, wind flapping the kilt up, going, yeah!
It's a battle! Yes, it fucking is!
Wind flapping.
Oh, fuck.
Who's that in the front there? He's fucking Vicky's balls deep into battle here. He's fucking not... So, you know what you did in the army? You didn't really have a proper gun. They didn't give him a gun because they wouldn't trust him with it.
Like a wooden one. A pretend wooden one.
Yeah,
One your dad had carved.
Yeah, pretend wooden. Fuck, I can't even work a fucking drill. Imagine me with a gun. Jesus.
Where'd you put the no-nails? Where's the no-nails gone?
Cracking question, Alan. Thank you very much.
You just imagine him picking his gun up and sucking on the end. These coils are shit.
We didn't say it's got coils, Vic. We said watch out for the recoil.
Yeah. Are they fused Claptons or the aliens?
Paul Doling writes in.
Got to go and take him a cup of tea now.
I know. Still living under Bentley Bridge in my tent.
Oh.
I would like to ask what a pocket-friendly vape. I would like to ask what pocket-friendly vape kit to buy for out and about and for work. Something that coils are easily available. I don't normally use stock coils, so your advice would be much appreciated. Thanks to the #1 vape show.
You hearing this, Paul?
Paul.
Anything in the boost range. That's my opinion.
There was and it was released at the end of last year. It was one of, the fuck was it? It was something from Vaporesso. And it was part of, it was like a square thing with a tank on top, and it was part of one of the bigger lines. That's the only...
It was X-Ross Nano.
Something like that, yeah. It's the only thing that popped into my head.
That's where I was going. X-Ross Nano Lux.
Because it was a...
The problem with the Lux is it's got a side button. I don't know if
it's a side button. And
yeah,
the one, because it was a square little thing and a tiny little tank on top. Perfect pocket size, because it's a stock coil tank system.
How big are your pockets?
Well,
that's a silly question, but it makes a big difference.
See, I've got jacket pockets. Come here, you fucker.
I've got massive pockets.
That's because who's he grabbing up there? All I heard was, "Come here, you fucker."
See, I've got a jacket pocket that can take this fucker in it.
Yeah, but that's when you go flashing.
Going to go that far, though.
Sat there his own go. Hey,
I don't think that's what he's asking. I don't think that's what he's asking.
No, technically it's pocket friendly because it can fit inside a pocket.
Yeah, if you're about to club somebody over the fucking head with it.
Have you got a Tesco's carrier bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like Angela Sepetheme?
Adam, I've got to go with you, mate, because that boost, any of the boosts,
any from the boost line.
Which is it's the P coils or is it the A coils?
I use the B coils. Sean uses the P coils.
Yeah.
The P I like the P coils a little bit better because obviously I like a restricted direct along.
Yeah.
So the coils, and I can't tell you now, they last for 3 to 4 weeks.
They do. They last a long time.
All depending on how sweet your juice is.
Than that.
Yeah.
I've had them in longer than that.
How sweet your juice is. So I would sort of go for that. If not, again, I'd go for like the X-Ross because that's got an airflow adjuster on it where something like this hasn't. You know what I mean?
It's got to be something that you've got to try. I mean, I love the Nevox page. Billy Lee Rice has just put in there. But
hang on a sec, Paul. Are you offering to lend me some? Like, I'm quite happy to borrow some off you. Don't mind. I'm sure you've got plenty of them, mate.
The trouble with that, Billy Lee Rice, is getting the coils from just a normal corner store because not a lot. I don't know anybody who stocks the.
Yeah, with Nevox, you need to go online to buy those coils.
Online, yeah.
But yeah, the boost, I just for pure everydayness, I can drop it. It's going to be fine.
Everydayness.
Everydayness, not every anus.
Sorry. Back on the B days.
Yeah, back on there.
It's a bit vicious, Paul. Fucking hell. Fucking came straight at me. I'm an inferior pillock.
Wow. We don't need to use any strong words.
Well, years ago we were called stock coil wankers.
Yes.
That was what you were called. If you was using stock coils years ago.
Now are you just a wanker now, Aiden?
But I've always been a wanker. I'm no different to what I am now to what I was then.
Can you? This makes me laugh because obviously when you start thinking back to things like that, we would have never been caught dead with something with stock coils in.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would always have an RDA or an RTA on me.
See, the problem is, though, especially since the good mesh coils started. I mean, when mesh stock coils first came out, there were problems with them. But see now, and I get in a lot of trouble for saying this now and again when I'm reviewing a decent stock coil tank. If you get a decent stock coil tank from the likes of Geek Vape with the big chunky coils, you're going to get a flavour from that stock coil tank that you'll get from a single coil rebuildable easily. Easily.
You expect it now, though, don't you?
You do.
We've come so far. We've come so far. And
we say this all the time. As soon as you started having that Freemax Pro mesh one,
oh yeah.
That, and then you had the Falcon. You had the Orioff. All these sort of like when they came out with him, they were really, really good. Again, another one, the one from UL, the Not the Crown, the other one, the big one, like 140 watts.
Oh, the one that begins with V.
Valerians.
Valerian.
The Valerian.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to get, they want to just buy stock coils, and they want clouds, and they want to go high wattage. The Valerian is absolutely fantastic. The Valerian 3.
That was
really
a good
good. The thing with UL is their stock coils, even for the nunchuku and things like that, they've always been really solid.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I'm still using. There you go.
Again, these companies that we're talking about never really went into vape shops. You can't get the coils. So, you know, if somebody finds this tank that they really like, they can't go to a normal vape shop to get it. And it's very hard for them to stock all these coils. I understand that.
Bale, shut up.
I had a mate come to door the other day. Well, actually, today he wanted a couple of drip tips. He lost his drip tip. And he's still on the Falcon. I gave him the Falcon.
Yeah. Wow, he's still on the Falcon.
Still on the Falcon.
Can you still get coils for that?
Yeah, the M1s are still out and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
There's been new Falcons brought out. I think we're on the Falcon 2 or 3 now.
I think I had a little look on eSig 1. And there's a new Falcon out. I think is there?
Yeah.
Is there?
I'm sure it's a Falcon 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
But cracking question, Paul.
That was
Thank you very much.
Good question.
William Dobson writes in. Fluff, Planet Shuffle. Age, can't remember. And so, after the long shifts getting the Nexus class Starship unloaded at Fluff, we have finally had time to sit down and take a moment for ourselves and just chill. To all casters of the #1 UK Vape Show, what particular music track, one and only one, do you listen to and it holds the greatest memory for you? And remember, Vic goes last.
Oh, fuck off!
I'm only reading. Sorry, Vic.
In what sort of thing? Are we on about like memories of people, or are we on about like?
Well, what particular music track, one and only one, do you listen to, and it holds the greatest memory for you?
Riley Ace of Spades. It was a song that my mum absolutely loved. Mark, we had it at a funeral. Mark absolutely loves it. If nobody's heard it or doesn't know Riley the Ace, I think it's Ace of Spades, I think it is, or the Ace, whatever it is. It was like a Western sort of thing back in, I think back in the 70s. It had, I think we're at Pierce. It wasn't Pierce Morgan. It was Pierce Brosnan in it, I think, something like that. But yeah, it was that holds. If I feel a bit shitty, I go and stick that on. And also another one I'm doing too is I Will Wait.
Mumford & Sons.
By Mumford & Son, which is
Mumford & Sons, Barble. If we were to break it down to albums, Barble is like easily one of my favourite albums.
So I Will Wait. Again, that's another massive one from my mum. Hold on, just before we do that as well, I used to do one for Lou as well, which is from The Running Man, which is Restless Heart.
Is that dance?
Restless Heart. But me and Lou, we love that one as well.
Oh,
I'll do 2 as well, to be honest.
We'll do yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, do 2.
Fuck you, William Dobson. And your rules.
In the house.
Memories wise, I would go Cliff Richard, Mistletoe and Wine. It was one of them songs that always takes me back to Christmas at my nana's. Used to love them times, and if I'm feeling down and stuff like that, and obviously they passed away, me nana and granddad. If I'm feeling down and I want to feel like they're there, it's that kind of shit that I go to, that kind of music I go to. Other than that, I would go for Peter Cetera, The Glory of Love, which was mine and Lisa's first dance song.
Fuck, that's a song I haven't heard for a long time. Glory of Love, Peter Cetera. Wow.
Karate Kid 2.
Yep.
Yes.
Karate Kid 2.
What was your first dance song, Adam?
Mine, I was gonna give my 2. I've got a sad one and I've got a happy one. My sad one is Perfect by Ed Sheeran. It was playing on the radio the moment my granddad passed away.
Oh,
and I was sat in the room holding his hand, and that song was on the radio. I can't even listen to that, so that's where that sort of song is. I would love to be. It's been played at my mum's wedding. She had it played there while we were all together. and it's been played at a couple of places where I've kind of been forced to listen to. But that's like one of the biggest songs. Even Olivia or anyone knows if that comes on radio, they walk in.
You're off. You're going.
Yeah.
Are you doing that dad thing where you cover?
I will sit there and I'll just go like. I've turned it off at work and things like that if it's come on radio. The other one is my first dance song with Jackie. It's Mr. Big, Be With You.
I never even knew Mr. B sang songs.
Mr. Big. Mr. Big. It is, it's Mr. B.
I always thought that if Mr. B did a song, it'd be Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut. I'm not joking.
Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Pizza.
McDonald's.
I'm not joking, Mr. B, if you're watching.
I've got an image in my head of Mr. B in a white tuxedo up on stage singing Pizza Hut for fuck's sake.
That's what he would like at my wedding.
Gangnam Style.
No, do you know, Mr. B in a white tuxedo will be sat there singing at least some sort of Barry White.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when I said to him, I said, come and sing at my wedding. I said, you've got to wear
salty balls.
Stick them in your mouth and suck them.
I guess it's my turn.
It is. You're allowed now.
They're packed full of vitamins and good for you. So suck 'em my balls.
Happy one, Bobby Darin's version of Mac the Knife.
I thought you were going to say Bobby Dad's.
Bobby Dabber.
Bobby Dabber.
I'm thinking, is he thinking of Russ Abbott? What an atmosphere!
I love a body. So I'm going to have that song stuck in my fucking head now. Russ Abbott. Did that get to number 1? I'm sure it did.
Did, yeah.
It did,
what
yeah.
an atmosphere.
Sad one. Frank Sinatra's version of Summer Wind. Because that was my dad's favourite song and he sang it all the fucking time when he went to karaoke. It was always fucking Summer Wind, Frank Sinatra. Or when he was Drunk My Way from Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
I listen to that every single weekend about 3 fucking times, at least a day.
Yeah, it's always all the old guys
some
that
old
sing it.
bloke who's absolutely leathered.
Yup.
It's usually me, to be honest with you. No, I'm joking. But mine and Louise's wedding song was Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah.
I want to grow old with you.
Yup.
What a fucking tune that is.
Want to grow, wherever I've done out wrong, I'll send it here. I've shagged your sister, but I want to grow old. You know what I mean? No, I'm joking. I didn't shag a sister. It were a mum.
William Dobson. Absolutely epic question. Sorry for breaking the rules. I don't know why I felt like...
Paul's put a decent question in chat. How about favourite song to rub one out to?
Let's get it on.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
Here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. I do wank off in that in the shower.
Rising up, back.
Yeah, it's the Viagra song, isn't it? Look what I could have been.
Mine's Theme from Airwolf.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God, I wish I could do the helicopter.
Mate, I'm struggling to do the fucking burger. He's only got half filled. To be honest, by the end of it, by the time I've wrapped it around, it's full of mayonnaise. It's not good.
God.
I've already done. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Craig Welsh writes in, Australia was a massive domino.
Oh, yeah.
How long before the next one falls, and who will it be?
It's already fallen. I've been seeing news reports on Not Planet the Vapes, e-cigarette forum, that several countries to the north, like Asia, the Asian Pacific Rim that's north of Australia, they've basically said they're going to be following Australia's example. The dominoes are falling over in Asia right now, but to be honest, I mean, half of Asia, they already banned vaping. They've already done it. It's the other half that's now thinking and doing it. As for Europe, I can't see it affecting us over here. I honestly can't. I can't see it.
I think we're a little bit blinded over here, you know, because of TPD.
Yeah.
Right. If you think when we had the TPD come in, we all shit as planets, like massively. We thought it was going to be the end.
It was like the Millennium Bug, wasn't it?
It absolutely was. It absolutely was. Once TPD came in, that's a perfect analogy. That's a perfect analogy. We didn't know whether it were going to be the end or what. We didn't know what were going to happen. But because of the outcome that's happened, and to be fair, barring a few bits and pieces, the sort of landscape's not necessarily differed too much.
It was like, instead of us having round wheels, they give us square ones. So
that's
sort of
it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think we're a little bit shielded because of the TPD. We've already got regulations and legislations in place.
I hope I feel this way, and I hope that I'm true. What I'm saying is, I don't think we'd leave it as long as these countries have to go and fight for it. I think that we'd have a good old rally. There's plenty of this as reviews and stuff like that, and people who do vape, you'd rally. We'd go for it. We'd be at it. Where I feel like America, I think you did a couple of things on it, Vic, where they seem to just like hold on until it happened.
Yeah, America.
People like Grim Green, Matt, and other people like that trying to rally people.
But it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
The rallies came too late.
Yeah, people were like, it's never going to happen here in the US, and it did. But the one thing we've got going for us in the UK is, unlike about 3/4 of Europe, the Conservative government, for all their fucking faults, they've been rather hands-off with the vaping industry. You look at the amount of vape shops out there and the amount of money that those vape shops are taking in for local councils and business rates and tax, the amount of money coming in from those businesses to the main central government. If the UK government, which is not going to be this one, it'll be the next parliament, it'll probably be Labour, whether it be Labour or Tories, if the next government comes in and says, that's it, we're banning vaping, they're going to have just a stream of shit being thrown their way from not only the likes of John Dunn and UKVS, you've got the NNA, you've got fucking Royal College of Physicians, you've got the 250 odd shops from VPZ, you've got Totally Wicked, and you've got the fucking, literally, almost tens of thousands of vape shops up and down the country. Yeah. If something was going to happen in the UK, it would happen slowly. Flavour ban here, flavour ban there, restriction here, restriction there, which is what kind of happened in the early stages of what happened in the United States.
The advantage that we've got is we're not governed locally to that sort of degree. We're pretty fortunate that we've got us, we've got Scotland, we've got Wales, and we've got Ireland. And to be fair, Scotland, MCA, but you've got all of those different places. Like, whereas the statewide places where they can do a flavour ban in this
individual
area,
states, yeah,
and then move it around, we can't. We just go, right, it's either going to happen or it's not.
Or it's not. Yeah.
So,
which makes it a lot harder for it makes it a lot harder for to kind of put that ban in place, because there's a bigger area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More people to piss off.
As well as I'd like them to be able to put this to a vote as well. But the trouble when you put it to a vote is you're going to have people...
loves a poll.
It comes a poll.
Love a poll.
Well, we know what the answer to the poll if you put it up. But you're also going to have people like us, the other shows, and everybody who's watching here, and you know what I mean, all these hundreds of people that are going to go out there and go, look, it's changed my life.
Yeah.
The problem that we've got, and this is, you can either call it a problem or an actual benefit, is the fact that the UK government, whether that be the Scottish government, whether that be the Welsh government, whether that be the Irish government or the English, is too busy doing everything else than to discuss TPD regulations.
Oh, yeah.
We've had so many threats over the last few years of a repositioning of the rules, or a change here or there, or the potential going back to 30 mils, the potential 2 mil tank being abolished, and everything else. We've had so many little minor threats that all of this will be spoken about, that things happen. Unfortunately, things happen elsewhere in the world where our governments decide to get involved, and that
the only trouble where we're going to get it, Adam, is it next year we have a general election?
Yeah, it's next year.
So that's where we're going to have a problem. So if Labour somebody gets in and we've got 3 yoggers in that sort of part of it, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we need to keep the Tories in or anything like that, but we're in trouble until they know where they're... Sorry, I'm burping. Sorry.
Just let one out. Stop
where
holding them in.
Where they actually sit.
You're going...
Yeah, where they actually sit. Where they actually sit on vaping. And then once they settle down, we've got 3 years of that. We know for a fact there's actually companies going in and into hospitals now. There's going to be actual vending machines.
Yep.
Into the actual hospitals.
Yep.
Where it's not aimed at kids, it's not around there, and they're going to have face recognition where they're going to know if you've bought more than one a day. I know that brings a big old other thing to it, but it's in the right places.
But I mean, it is the case that, I mean, it's obvious, and I would be extremely surprised if the Tories won the next election after the fuck-ups they've done over it. Yeah. It's going to be Labour, whether it's going to be Labour with a landslide or Labour with some kind of Labour SNP, some sort of coalition. It is no secret that the Shadow Health Secretary of Labour does not like vaping. She said it outright in several interviews, but the thing is, shadow cabinets generally don't make it into full government. He'll end up doing a reshuffle. What we'd end up looking at, I'll say it now, when Labour get in next year, the trick is look at the first year of them in power. Because all the bad shit they want to do that will piss everybody off, they usually do it in the first year. So by the time the next election comes up, everyone's forgot.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to do. Look at the first year they're in power. I honestly don't think, even though a lot of Labour is anti-e-cig, I honestly don't think they'll fuck around with it too much. They'll raise taxes. That's for fucking sure. They're bound to raise taxes.
What about in Scotland now, then? Do you think they're going to still stay with the SNP? Or
oh, no, the SNP's fucked. I've got a nasty suspicion that if the SNP get in the next Scottish Holyrood Parliament, they're going to come in either as another major coalition with the Greens, or it will be Labour with a slim majority.
Right.
I think it will be Labour with a slim majority. The way things are looking right now, the SNP trashed themselves, utterly trashed themselves.
I knew for a fact I'd go for a piss and a pump, right? If as soon as politics gets mentioned. And go for a piss and a pump while politics gets mentioned, because I know Vic's going to just straight in. It's going to be there for half an hour.
So, moving on.
Good question.
Kieran Doyle writes in, I haven't been watching the recent shows due to real life stuff. Hopefully you're feeling better, Irishman. So I do apologise. Now, on to the main event. The name is Pink Panties. I was once a Jedi Knight, but my pink lightsaber has become all floppy and refuses to work. Every time I try to use the Force, I shit myself and burst a blood vessel in my eye. I'm an old Jedi. I hope people remember me. To all casters, what do you hope people will remember you for when your time comes? Knowing our luck, one of us will kick the bucket and Adam will use it for a bloody YouTube video. In search of Vic, the search of the potato spirit. You walk into this haunted house and all you can smell is roast potatoes and mash start oozing from the walls. Thank you. I miss you all, your friendly neighbourhood Irishman.
Oh, man. Big raw bumhole fart. Missed this shit in there. I swear to God.
So what actually was the question?
I don't know. I was too busy swooning over the
To all casters, what do you hope people will remember you for when your time comes?
Fucking hell.
That I made you laugh. So,
well, I can certainly say it's not that we wanted you to sit there and go, do you know what? Them guys knew what they're on about when it come down to vaping.
Well, it looks at the fucking comments all about politics either.
Yeah. Do you know what? Aidan, you've absolutely nailed it, right? That we did our best and we helped a few people and we made you smile and we made a dreary Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening a little bit better. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I made you giggle a long way, I don't mind.
Hell, I'd just be happy. I'd just be happy if it was fucking remembered.
I'll be honest. I'm not really that arsed. I'll be dead. You know what I mean?
Like
that. Yeah. If people remember me, they remember me. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's one of them. I do me while I'm alive. If that don't get me remembered, then it is what it is. I don't care.
Remembered.
You what?
I'd like to be remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be remembered by my kids and that.
I'd be the first
sure?
guy that fell
They'll be
down
crying.
Mantor.
They'll be crying while listening to some song that I used to play, or some joke that I used to say. I don't know.
Oh, no, you're taking my shit now.
Yeah.
I'm not that ass.
You know what? You could make it
being
perfect.
remembered.
You've got ticks that are like specific to you. You could be like, right.
All right, I'd like to be remembered as a shark.
Yes.
Well, today you've been totally a shark. You've been
I'm a shark.
Yeah, it's been fucking wonderful. I would rather you be known as Jizz.
Oh, fuck me. Or Bob.
That was the most funniest thing, and because we were recording it, if you've not watched the vlog, like behind the scenes stuff, go and watch it. And we're just walking around, and just a random tick, he just shouted out "jizz." Right, so these 3 Chinese ladies who've got the phones up all went and just fucking looked, all 3 of them at the same fucking time. How can you get 3 women called Jizz?
Yeah, dude, genuinely, they looked at us like they thought it was their name, like I was shouting for them. Like, Jism, yes.
You want my card?
I've got a cock. I didn't say that to them, like.
Why not?
That was afterwards. Walking through car
10
park.
minutes, about 10-minute gap. It's not in the final edit.
I've got to admit as well, one of my favourite ones, which is absolutely nothing, but we were at the Tesco's checkout, and I've had to hold this sign saying this woman isn't going to be able to take any more people. And I'm holding this sign, and I'm telling all these people, you can't come, you can't come, you can't go. And so the biscuits went through, so he just fucking stands there randomly, top of his voice, shouts biscuits. So this woman just looked at me, and I went, yeah, I don't like biscuits either, it's fine.
No, I said, there's a biscuit, like it was coming up behind you. There's a biscuit, and pointed, like it was, like you were getting chased by a big giant barbon.
Biscuit, like we're chasing you down the fucking hallway. I'll pack your bag.
the best thing about that whole thing is the bloopers at the end.
Oh, the bloopers were fucking phenomenal.
And when you're watching it and you go, you greedy, and then all of a sudden, I didn't even say it. Check out, I really well behaved then. But you go, you greedy, and then it turns into you crazy. See you next Tuesday. Caravan utilising nomadic traveller.
There were bits we both.
Greedy. It was greedy. I actually said greedy.
It was greedy at first, and then all of a sudden Aidan starts using the crazy caravan utilising nomadic traveller.
You know what the funniest thing was for me? It was when I went all quiet in the van, right? So I did that greedy one, right? I did that. And then I went all quiet thinking, oh, I'm going to have to let him do his fucking vloggy and I'm going to have to try and suppress and all that shit. And then all of a sudden he started this vlog. So we're on our way now with this greedy cunt.
I've actually got these saved, apart from the footage that got corrupted, but I've actually still got a bit of it saved. There's stuff that I couldn't put in because it were like just like one-liners, but stuff that you just couldn't put into public domain, which is so funny.
Honestly, man.
Greedy
cracking question. Thank you very much. Richard Fryer writes in, question, full stop. Recently ventured into mouth-to-lung vaping.
Oh.
I have an RTA, but find the coils I'm using are changing the colour of my juice in a matter of hours. Vaping 20 milligram in a pod last week's. Any advice? Also, best coils for 20 milligram MTL. Thanks.
It's an RTA, yeah?
An RTA, yeah. First one is
depends on what wattage that is burning at, because if you burn in your cotton while you're vaping it, it will discolor your juice.
Yeah.
I thought he said RTA.
It says vaping 20 milligram in the pod for the last few weeks. So he's moved on to.
Oh, he's moved on to mouth to lung RTAs.
Oh, first thing to do, it's got to be Nick salts on it.
Yeah, but first thing you've got to do is get in touch with Chicos, John the Builder, and ask him for some mouth to lung aliens. because his mouth-to-lung aliens are brilliant.
Yeah, it's really, absolutely really good. If
I've
not,
got a hairy dick.
If not, but just go and buy yourself a bit of wire.
Yeah, just do a round wire.
Get yourself something like
a
a
round
screwdriver
wire.
like that. Single coil, wrap it around 5 times. It'll come out probably around about, what would you say, 0.5?
Yeah,
0.5,
0.6.
0.5, 0.4, 0.5-ish, yep.
Yeah. You can do it yourself. If not, then buy some from Chica.
Yeah.
But if you're in a pod system, it's normally because it's sweetie juice and you've been...
Shitting hellfire, not seen that name in a while.
What?
Vaping crazy.
Oh, how you doing, crazy? I haven't seen you for fucking ages.
Jesus Christ.
Vic's not seen a lot for a long time.
No.
He's not seen his shoes for 3 weeks.
I know he's
all
all
on cakes.
Oh, Aiden's fucking
Bye,
lost his
Aiden.
camera. He's gone for a poo. He's gone for a poo.
But yeah, either crack on with a little bit of round wire, or mouth-to-lung aliens.
Is he chain vaping as well? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's another thing.
Richard, could you do us a favour and elaborate on your question next week?
If you don't let your cotton resaturate before you vape again, it will start to burn, and you do get that burnt colour in your juice.
Yeah. Aiden's gone for a poo, but we're ready for the next question. We have one more question left.
Going for a poo? I'll see you in 2.
Exactly. Don't, because rhymes and shit like that. See you later, alligator.
Yeah.
With what went off in the news, this week.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've seen the see you later.
Have you seen the meme?
Yeah, I've seen the meme.
In a wild crocodile.
Yeah.
I haven't explained this shit.
Yeah. So obviously we know the dirty man Rolf Harris passed away a couple of weeks ago. And what's happening is there's a lot of memes going around. And when you've just said that rhyming one, I did not mean to open this can of worms, but there's obviously a picture of the animated kangaroo that Rolf Harris used to draw, saying, "In a wild crocodile." No, see you later, alligator. And then it says,
Fucking go away and it's on about Rolf Harris. What's happening? Okay,
because we were talking about the rhyming bit.
It's your fault, Aiden.
Yeah, it is. You went for a poo.
This is an Aiden issue. I'll leave it a valid point. I always wait and make sure that I don't leave at a point where Adam can open a can of worms.
There's no way I walked out there going, oh, like that. There was no way. I didn't go, ooh.
No, you went for a poo. And Grizz went, "I'm going for a poo. I'll see you in 2." And that brought me onto the meme.
What, that brought you onto Rolf Harris? How does that fucking work?
Because of the meme. The rhyming meme.
Thank God I didn't say, "Look at me." Gary Glitter. That doesn't even rhyme, does it?
Oh, mate, I don't know what the fuck. Where the fuck are
I'm
you
going to
here?
shitter, Gary Glitter.
There you go. I'm going to the shitter. Gary, thanks, mate. That's what I need.
I'll rescue
Look at
you.
me.
Anyway, moving swiftly on to our
Didn't say
final
look at
question.
me. That was the least thought about expulsion of words I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm not even.
Well, no, do you know what I was trying to actually? I was trying to get something that rhymed with "I want to be in your gang."
Yeah, look at me is not that.
No, but I was thinking about. Can you remember that thing when we were kids?
Yeah, no.
Look at me.
Look
I want to
at
be in
me.
your gang.
Oh, fuck my life.
That's nothing to do with him. I was just doing a coil.
That's how you sort your 510 connection out.
Fucking hell.
Moving swiftly on. Question for any caster of the #1 vaping show.
Get that ball.
Paul, you
Vaping
need
trends.
to screenshot this shit
Yeah.
so you can like meme it and that. Oh, Adam's finger's gone fucking wild.
It did. I couldn't stop it then. Question for any
Wait,
caster of the
when you got
#1
of a man
vaping
over.
show. Vaping trends come and go in cycles. One thing that doesn't seem to is temp control. Do you think that there could be any way for it to be made popular? No.
No.
And does anyone even vape titanium?
I've never used temp control ever. Like, I've tried it, didn't understand it.
The thing is, you have, and this is one of the reasons why temp control can never be popular, because temp control has become an item that is used in the background of a chipset.
Yep.
So a lot of like new pod systems with their sensor when you've got dry coils and things like that is temp control.
Yeah,
the problem with temp control, and we are all nerds somewhere along the line. We are all very nerdy, but we are not nerdy enough for temperature control. And I don't think anyone is.
It's exactly what you've just said. There is certain mods that are using it, instead of calling it temperature control mode, they're actually using it as so your coils don't burn out. I think that's a really good way of using it as a mode.
Yeah.
But not where you've got to set the different Fahrenheit or centigrade, whatever you're doing. I think that's where it needs to be moved.
See, I'm going to be very quiet because last time I mentioned that I didn't like temp control, I got grief in the comments.
The thing is, it's personal opinion. If you don't like temp
someone
control,
went to town on me.
I think it's dreadful. I think it's an absolute ball of gash. And
there you go. Whoever went at me last time, Adam doesn't like temp control either. So go at him. Don't go at me.
But the thing is,
all right, mate.
in all of the years, the only two people who I used to see do temp control reviews were Vic and DJLSB.
Yeah, Daniel still does it.
Two people who know what they're on about. Right?
What do you think, mate?
Vic used to do the whole, he'd get the IGOL out and go, feels like a 400 Fahrenheit what?
No, it switched to the drop solo. For the temp control test, the drop solo.
I'm talking old school, I am, when you used to go like that. It's not dried up.
What, then he'd cough his tits up and have to get a cup of tea?
Yeah. And then he'd go like that, and then he'd go...
I mean, to be fair, I can't turn around and say it's shit, right? Because I've never... I think I would more go and say I don't understand it enough to use it, to be honest. And I think it's too much of a chew on to learn it now.
I know, well. I mean, in the what, 7 years since temp control came out, I know less than a handful, and I know a lot of people, because I'm fucking Facebook, fucking 2,000 odd friends, and the 2,000 odd friends, and they're all vapors. Literally less than a handful of people that I know that use temp control nickel 200 or stainless steel, and all the people I know that use temp control, they're all doing it for mouth to lung RTAs, which is when temp control really comes in handy. Because if you're vaping on like one of the rarer, like a Perique or one of the rarer naturally extracted tobaccos, if that vape becomes too hot, it ruins the flavour. If it's too cold, you don't get enough of the flavour. And that's it's literally the only time I can see temp control being an advantage. If you're vaping on one of the rarer naturally extracteds that cost a fucking fortune per bottle. Outside of that, for stock coil sub-ohm tank vaping, for RTAs, for RDAs direct to lung, temp control's fucking pointless.
And the thing is,
never understood it, to be honest.
Sean just put it in chat. The things like these new pod kits have got like anti-burn technology, and they're not calling it temp control or anything like that. They're calling dry hit protection and everything else.
Yeah, I think it was on SX Minis, all SX Minis stuff now, innit?
Yeah.
That dry hit protection.
And it works. Is the chipset having temp control? So it does have a small area where it's actually useful, but to get it into the mainstream, if they were to call it temperature control, I'm sure that a lot of the hardcore vapors wouldn't even touch it because we all go, nah, I can't be bothered. But
so it's like the vaping head saying about obviously mesh. I can see it working well with mesh.
Yeah,
I've never known it. I've not used it myself on mesh. You know yourself. You shouldn't be going any further than like 40 odd watts if you've got a normal mesh tank. But if you're doing it on a steam crave, I think I did it all the way up to about 160 watts.
Yeah, and like I said, Vic used to, honestly, if anyone thinks back to Vic's early reviews, you'd see him pull the cotton and go, no, it's not burning it, it's not burning it, it's dry, it's not burning it. It's great, and it's a good idea in practice, but I can't be asked to find the perfect temperature range for a coil when I can just put it to about 30, 40 watts and go, yeah, works.
Well, you know yourself after a while of the ohmage of the coil, of what sort of wattage you need to be going at. If it's like a 0.5, you're going to be sitting down at, again, 0.5, 50 watts, what would you say?
50 to 60, yeah.
Yeah, 55, 60, you're fine. If you're at a 0.3, you can probably push that to 70, maybe even 80. But it's just working out what the tank is and what you've got. It's what you work out.
Yeah. I'm depleted. I'm empty.
Oh, the sack's empty.
What a mess. What a mess you've made, mate. It's all over my face.
There. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget as well, if you want to get involved in this, make sure you get over to the Facebook page, Facebook group of the UK Vape Show, and make yourself a member.
Yep.
But also, if you're going to make yourself a member, don't be a tit. Start posting adverts, things like that.
Yeah. I don't know why
adverts.
People are starting this
unless you've obviously had permission.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you've had permission, then but obviously don't just start banging, especially disposable ones. I think I seen one of them a few weeks ago where someone had put like loads of disposable shit. Yeah,
because you'll be instantly fucking banned. Fuck your adverts.
The other thing as well, I think I had to say a couple of things into the 3 Minute Vape Show group, is if you're going to share something, don't put that link in there. Take a screenshot of it, put it in there, because what you're doing every time you share that onto a group,
it's an extra
you're giving
click.
It more traction.
Yep.
Share it if it's good news. If it's bad news, just take a screenshot of it and then put it in. If they want to go and find it, then that's up to them.
Simple case of hitting your print screen button on your keyboard, open up Microsoft Paint, paste it, then save it, and that's you done.
Because the only thing you're doing is fueling it.
I mean, the thing is, if you do want to join for anything other than advertising, if you start advertising, you will just be kicked out of the group. I mean, fucking hell, we've got Gail. She will boot you straight out.
Queen Banhammer.
Boot you straight out, like 100%. It's just pointless coming in there to do it. You know, you might get one advert in there that's seen for about 30 seconds and then it's gone.
But you won't, because we do have the reporters in the group who go,
oh, that's right. Yeah, you can report posts in the group as well. Forgot about that.
But also as well, if you want to show us your setup and stuff like that, that's fine.
Get it out.
Fucking
or tell us what you're vaping on, or
get it out. Let's have a look.
Hand checks. All about the hand checks and shit. Yep.
Yeah, we're all up for that.
All about the hand checks.
Gil, and if you're banned, do not PM me to get back in, please.
Oh, she gets loads of that.
Power Gail's inbox.
Yeah. Can be filed in the nearest bin.
Don't say that, Aiden.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just to go back to what you had in your hand there, the one from Duppo that you've got there.
Fella.
Yeah. So, again, we spoke about it last week. You can see where the dribbliness is going to come down the front of it.
It goes straight down in there, right in there, and you've got to remove the whole these fucking things here to take the damn plate off. They should have made it magnetic.
Eventually, that's going to go into the screen, isn't it?
Yeah, what they should have done. I mean,
that'll get down chip.
This front bit's magnetic. They should have made that magnetic as well, so you can just pop it off and clean it. But they didn't screw on. It's the only negative. I mean, after using it for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, it's the only negative point I've got with this.
Could that be down to the build in the actual tank? Or is that a sub-on tank you've got there? Is that the sub-on one, or is that the rebuildable?
It's the rebuildable Hazard RTA-RBA. But the thing is, it's condensation as well. I mean, any bottle tank user will tell you this. Yeah. Condensation forms down here. Doesn't matter if you've got it doesn't matter if you're the best wicker in the fucking world. Condensation always
you'll get
forms
it all
here.
down here,
and then it'll just dribble down there, get in there, and then it just piles up. It's annoying.
Grizz, you had exactly the same with the is it the V1 from the
V-Class?
The V-Class. The little pod system that I dropped in the bath.
And I'll be honest, I was using the sub-ohm coils and that as well, and it just dumped everything. It dumped everything at one point. That's why I haven't used it anymore. It just dumped everything. Get out the fucking ass.
Good. No, I quite like the flavour from it. It's good.
Oh, it's a fucking. I'll be honest with you. It's a really good device. But then it just fucking pissed me off.
Yeah.
And that was just, you can't do anything about a stock coil. Do you know what I mean? You can't alter your build or anything like that.
Can't do a thing about it. Yeah. If the stock coil
the thing is, the borrow tanks are extremely easy to build and pretty easy to wick.
Oh yeah, they are.
And to be fair, if you get enough vacuum in there, it'll hold everything in. Condensation is the biggest enemy.
Yeah, because hold on. I mean,
I'll tell you what you're saying is they're easy to build. Them little tiny fiddly fucking coils. You know, like the little tiny long stuff. I suffer. I've got arthritis in both my hands, and it is so hard sometimes.
You can see it
Have you
down
got
there.
juice on there?
That's all the condensation that's formed.
Mate.
And that's all the condensation.
It happens.
That's formed at the base. It's a fucking good design, but they should have made this bit magnetic so you can pop it off and clean it out underneath.
Either that, you're going to have to come up with some sort of way that there's either an O-ring round it or something to stop the juice from going into it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't detract from the mod, but it's fucking annoying that you unscrew that fucking thing.
Just hopefully they don't go down the same way as they went down with the Abyss.
Yeah.
How many versions did we end up having of the Abyss?
God, there was
I'm
loads
right,
of those.
it's called the Abyss, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the Abyss.
Yeah. So again, they had about 6 versions of it before they actually sort of got it right.
But it's a good mod. I've been using it fucking non-stop since I got my hands on it. Because, I mean, I like borrow tanks, but the trouble about borrow tanks like this is the fucking battery doesn't last long when you're running it at 60, 70 watts. This thing, however, fucking love it. Love it.
Well, I mean, at the same time, you obviously mentioning that there's a chance that your juice could drip down into that screen area where the screen is. You know, it gives people the heads up so that if they do buy it, all they've got to do is give it a wipe every now and again. You know, it stops that kind of issue.
It does.
But obviously, on the whole, you've obviously said that it's an epic mod.
It's a fucking phenomenal mod.
Again, they sat there in chat and saying about the Abyss, it was absolutely terrible. But the idea behind it was obviously that you could fit other coils and other bits into it. But did it not have the same sort of design as that? What you've got there?
I think it did.
The Abyss was a little bit different. It had the borrow, it had the side-by-sidey bit, didn't it, as well? It had a few other, like, different connections, but it's... The thing is...
So is this another rehashed idea from the Abyss and somebody sticking the name on it?
Oh no, this is a complete rebuild from the ground up. It's their own borrow tank with a stock coil tank system that can take this thing's borrow tank, which is the Hazard RTA, but it can also take other borrow tanks as well, and it's dual 18650.
So what was the Abyss?
I think the Abyss was single battery.
Yeah,
and isn't that the one that did borrow? It did 510.
Yeah,
it did
everything.
It did the side by side. It did all sorts of other weird and wonderful things, and it did. It for me, it was a P&P coil. It half-arsed a load of jobs, but didn't really nail that one certainty.
Because weren't they selling other bits where you could like use stuff from Vapor SO? You could have it from.
Oh yeah, there was all sorts of accessories for it. Yep, adapters and shit for the Abyss. Yep.
The difference is when you start to move into borrows, you're moving into the world of billet boxes and all that fun stuff. Where this is the new squonk.
Oh yeah.
So the little sort of cottage industry where you don't mind it. The only problem that you're going to find now is things are starting to hit the mainstream. So when you've got when someone's using an AIO, a billet box or anything like that, they're used to carrying it. It's same as an old RDA. You're used to carrying a little bit of rag around with you, give it a little bit of wipe, give it a little bit of care. But as we start to get into the mainstream of everything, the problem with mainstream vaping is we expect something to work 100%, it to be leak-proof, waterproof, dust-proof, shock-proof, everything else proof, as well as just do everything that it needs to do. Whereas you kind of sell yourself a little bit short when you buy in something like an AIO or a borrow kit, because you're getting great flavour, you're getting the capacity of an RTA and all that in a small palmable sort of device.
Oh yeah.
So you don't mind putting that little bit of sort of care and attention into it. But we're starting to get into mainstream, so people are going.
Yeah, we are
side by side.
Yeah, that's the fella. Yeah.
What was I think? See, it's got a sort of like a feel of that. And then also, what was that other one? I think it was Duffpo that did it. And it had that stupid little scroll thing in the middle.
Oh, that was one of their older mods. I remember that one as well.
It seems a little bit like the idea of that, where everything's all interchangeable, and then it was like the stubbiness of it.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. And that was 21,700, and it didn't really work.
It didn't. Which is
what was it called? Was it the I've got like VX or ZX or something.
Because I can remember that as well, with that annoying scroll wheel.
Scroll wheel in the middle. Let us know in chat if you. And that's sort of got the same design as that, and then with a bit of like the abyss on it.
Yeah. See you later, Gregor. Nah, there's no giveaway. I'm still sorting the new sponsors out, Gregor. The giveaway should hopefully be starting next month.
Give off me. Block away.
Umi
and who are, for the people who are joining us late, Vic, who are the new sponsors?
Oh, it's Oxfa, OXVA. Well, I've still to cross the T's and dot the I's, but OXVA, Oxfa, and SX Mini. That's going to be the two new sponsors.
Umi, I don't think it was actually.
Did CPV get in touch about the T-shirt that you won?
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
He did.
I've started designing one.
Mate.
Yeah.
Still design one, but
new design, aren't you?
Yeah, once I get the new shirts designed, I'll pop one over to him.
Obviously, he's going to get the first one, isn't he?
Yeah.
William Dobson, obviously with him moving office and stuff like that, and moving the box away, he's going to.
No, I posted it. Royal Mail fucking lost the fucker, and it's not just William. It happened to 2 other people as well.
You joking?
One of the giveaways for Patreon vanished without a fucking trace. William's vanished without a fucking trace because William got his about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and the Patreon ones were also about a month and a half, 2 months ago, right in the middle of the Royal Mail strike. Packages get lost. Fuck knows where they went. There's one to France. There's one going to France that's been stuck in customs for a month, and Royal Mail can't find it. It's in the fucking system. It's been scanned, and it's like, oh, we don't know where it is. Herpaderp. What?
Herpaderp. Herpaderp.
Herpaderp.
Herpaderp.
I've had that a couple of times.
It happens.
It
happens.
It does. It happens. Yeah, and Gaz is the other one, yep. Right in the middle of the fucking... Because the thing is, can't use UPS because they're starting to check what they're shipping inside the UK, and they're like anti-fucking vaping extreme. DHL's way too fucking expensive for internal shipping. Hermes, no. No, well,
Hermes
not called Hermes now.
It's every now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's every now. And who's the other one? FedEx, they do internal UK shipping. They're about 3 times the price of Royal Mail. The thing about Royal Mail is, if they're not on strike, they're actually not bad. They're not bad.
So what have they said about it?
Can't do a thing. They can't do a thing. The one that's stuck in customs, the reply I got back for the one that's stuck in customs going to France is, oh, we can't find it, even though it says on the fucking tracking where it is. It's in Stansted Airport. Who checked it in for customs? Who checked it out? And then who checked it back in again? And it's in the holding queue. Oh, we can't find it. Yeah, that's went walkies.
I think they have a look in them, don't they?
Anyway, should we wrap this up, fellas? We're at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, just a quick one. Chris C, if you're struggling with vinegar tits, you just spray some deodorant underneath the folds in your tits.
Sorts your right out.
Sort that out.
Or
mate,
talcum
honestly.
powder.
Or talcum powder, yeah. Just sort that out. Fuck my life.
So, we'll pick on Aiden first.
Thank you so much for everybody joining us this evening. It's all been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for the spanners looking after us, and all you people in chat who join us week in, week out. Big love to you all. Make sure you come and join us on Wednesday for 3 Men and a Vape Show if I'm not working. Big love to you all, and good night.
Moving on to Mr. Adam.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for filling our sack up. It does mean a lot, and like the boys have already said tonight, get yourself over to Facebook, join the group. We've got the casters' questions go up there every week. There's awesome stuff over there all the time, which is always nice. And that's it. I miss Tina Turner. Unfortunately, we lost a legend this week.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
We was honestly we were laid there in the van last night, and I was flicking through the news.
Easy, Tiger.
That's what I call her. the spreadsheets, as I like to say. No, I was.
You have to go back to your bookmark.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Like that.
I was flicking through Sky News and it was there. Unfortunately, we lost the legend. So God rest her. Thank you everyone in chat, and obviously thank you to the spanners who obviously keep us safe and warm. You've been absolutely impeccable this evening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, boys. Good. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Good.
She's gone through a hell of a lot of stuff as well, hasn't she? Over the last so many years.
Yeah.
I think she had. Was it kidney failure?
Kidney failure, cancer. She had a liver transplant. Was it a liver or kidney transplant? Something like that.
Somewhere like that. I don't think you transplant your liver, do you?
I don't know. She had some kind of transplant.
I know your liver grows back, doesn't it?
Does it?
I hope it fucking does.
Shall we ask Karen?
What are you jiggling at, Eden?
Water.
That's a lie.
And that was Adam on to Grizz.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just reiterate what everyone said because I know he's checking his watch already and he's a cock. He is a cockhead. Just so you know, I've shared a room with him so I can 100% confirm that he is a cock. He jammed my fingers in the doors. Me fucking fingers are fucked.
On to the shit! He should have hurried up.
My boots were tight.
Your arse one.
No, thank you so much to the Spanish. Thank you very much to everyone in chat. Thank you to everyone that got involved and cast us questions. Remember, jump on the Facebook group. Jump in that the Facebook group. I don't know what else to say about that. Jump in the Facebook group. Put a question in. It'd be nice. I will be live on Twitch straight after this. I'm going to shamelessly plug my Twitch. I will be live on Twitch after this with Mo and Liz. I'm going to go live for an hour or so.
No room for me.
No, sorry, mate.
Oh,
Nightmare. A-team, we're smashing some ghosts. But other than that, big love, people. And always remember, fuck shit and monkey tits.
I love the Queen.
Yeah. I fucking do.
I were nearly there as well then. I was in that one as well.
You can see you leant over.
What were you doing with your mod there, mate?
I love the Queen.
Abusing your mod.
Let me lick your tip.
and that was Grizz. Big thanks to these three chaps for co-hosting the UK Vape Show.
There's a moment. You know them moments where you say, I shouldn't say that. Can't say that, Aiden. Yeah. Let me lick your tip isn't one of them moments like your filter is clearly turned off. I definitely 100% think that Vic should wrap this up right now.
Just stop. Just stop it.
We'll see you all next week, folks. Bye.
Piss flaps.